This is the RV Advisor Podcast with your host, Tom Alexander. Get all the latest information, trends, advice from experts, stories from the road, and more in the world of recreational vehicles. Now, here's Tom.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the RV Advisor Podcast. My name is Tom Alexander. Our guest today is Christina Hurst. Christina is the Operations Manager and Claims Specialist for the RV Advisor. Christina, welcome.
Hello, thank you.
Well, it's great to have you, and I'll tell you, I can't imagine taking on your job. I mean, you've got so much going on, and I see you in the office, and I swear sometimes I think there's two of you, because you're just running from place to place. Tell me a little bit about what it is being Operations Manager, Claims Specialist for the RV Advisor.
Actually, it's a pleasure. I know you see me busy, but it's a pleasure working with the clients and just sharing all the information regarding getting the proper and correct coverage for your RV. That way, our clients could enjoy the open road without having to worry about all the repairs that they need to pay for, and that there's plenty of coverages out there, good coverages, to protect you while you are on the road.
Yeah, I mean, tell me a little bit about what it is an extended warranty truly does. What are the benefits from getting extended coverage?
Okay, so the extended warranty coverage, which I recommend every client out there to have, even, I get a lot of phone calls and clients say, well, I got a 1-year manufacturer, 3-year on the engine, which is true, and it's fine. But with the extended warranty, the price gets a little bit cheaper when you buy the extended warranty, when you first buy the vehicle, because you are offered 7 years of coverage. And let's say if you waited that year and you're out of warranty coverage, then the extended warranty policies, they're only going to offer you 4 years. And what the extended warranty, what it does, whether you have a motorhome, trailer, pop-up, or fifth wheel, it's just going to basically cover everything if you were to have full coverage from the engine, transmission, drive axle, all the way down to your power steps, slide out, awnings. And there's so much more additional benefits that the extended warranty. We deal with the top A-plus rated companies approved by the RVA, RVIA, and we are representing those companies that, pay out the repair facilities and that are cost-effective, most comprehensive, exclusionary coverages. And that's what we are selling here. Full coverages. And I've been reading these policies for years. I'm a service writer, so I know which companies pay. I know what they do cover. And, all these policies out there that don't cover what they should, such as, they'll cover your furnace, but they won't cover your igniter assembly or your burner assembly or your thermocoupling or your valve. So they'll cover the furnace, but they won't cover all the things to build the furnace. So you have to be careful on what you buy. And, I don't want you, buy it from RV Advisor. I just want to make sure that you have the proper coverage. So when you find yourself at a repair facility and your AC unit went out and it's just the fan motor, but the policy you covered doesn't cover the fan motor, that is not, this is why RV Advisor was born, to make sure the consumers have the proper coverage.
Yeah, and the RV Advisor only really around for about a year, but that doesn't mean that the experience isn't there, right? Gigi Stedler's been in the RV industry for 30-plus years, and you yourself, of course, have been in this industry for a long time, right?
Yep, since 2005. I started off at a dealership, and I went into the service field, went into the schooling for the administrating, and I processed the service claims with a few dealerships, and RV Advisor hired me because, one, I know all the contracts out there, all the policies out there, and basically what are the best coverages to sell to the client.
Last time on the show, we had Daniel Cook. Of course, he's been with the RV Advisor since its inception, and he sort of said, and the RV Advisor does somewhat what AAA does for car owners. I mean, it really is, it kind of has your back and really is there as someone to lean on, right?
Well, and that's exactly what it is. The RV Advisor is a non-biased advisory platform that helps, provide tips on how to buy, how to own, how to travel, repair. The RV Advisor has 24/7 live help. I'm not just here to sell a policy. I'm not here to sell you roadside. I'm not here to sell you tire and wheel. That's my job. But I want to make sure that, let's say if you don't buy the policy from me, but I do want you to be an RV Advisor member, because if you find yourself at a repair facility and you need help with the adjuster handling your claim or the writer handling, this is when RV Advisor jumps in, just with all the, going back on what you say, with all the experience, yes, with the 33 years Gigi has, but the RV Advisor team has over 100 years of RV experience. And so that's when we jump in. Not only do we have, the coverages to cover your vehicle, all the RVs, the roadside assistance covers every vehicle in the household, but we are basically, we have a rewards program. You can save on RV parts, RV campgrounds, but we're just here to make sure we protect the RV owner rights.
Lighting the way for everybody.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. Christina Hurst is the operations manager and claims specialist for the RV Advisor, and she's our guest today here on the RV Advisor podcast. If I'm an RV owner, what's the first thing that you tell me after I've submitted a claim, say?
Okay, if you're an RV Advisor owner and you went to a repair facility, that repair facility would put your claim in for you because you have the correct policy. And the policy we have are, just huge companies, all the repair facilities, the United States and Canada will take. There's low deductibles, $100, $50, $250 deductibles. So if you go into a repair facility and let's say if your roof AC went down and, the compressor's not kicking on, obviously the AC needs to be changed. You're at a manufacturer warranty, so that's your extended warranty jumps in. The repair facility will put the claim in to whatever contract you have, could be Cornerstone, National, and they say, hey, the guy's compressor, it's not, kicking on. They're going to ask you a few detailed questions. What's the amperage on the black wire? What is the temperature coming in, the intake and outtake? When the adjuster from the extended warranty company approves it, which he will, because the repair facility has the diagnosing when he calls in. So as soon as he gives the diagnosing and the repair, the adjuster approves it, and they will, depending on the repair facility, they will mail out a check, which hardly nobody does anymore. They will email you over a credit card payment for the repair, and the client only has to pay that small deductible, and they have a brand new AC with a 2-year warranty on it. Clients that pay, let's say if you pay, like $1,800 for a 7-year extended warranty contract, and a refrigerator in most of these units are $3,000-$4,000. So just on one repair, you're going to pay back what you paid for the extended warranty. So it is very important that you are covered. Whether you buy the policy from RV Advisor, if you buy a policy from somebody else, I encourage you to go ahead and send me the policy, make sure that they are covering everything, that, you got to be careful when they say coach only and the wrap coverage, coach only, they're only going to cover certain things. The wrap coverage covers everything behind the dash, not including the engine, transmission, and drive axle. So there's certain things with these contracts. I speak with a lot of clients, very much confused, saying, hey, Christina, what do I do? What do I need here? What is I absolutely need? I don't want to be double covered. And I do understand that with most of the consumers. And we're here to advise and to help. Hey, do this, do that. That's what you need. In 3 years, you're going to need that.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, it sounds, I don't know if this is the case, of course, but it sure sounds like you could probably tear one of these things down and put it back together again. I mean, your knowledge is amazing. It's and I guess it has to be in order to advise these folks.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I worked in a repair shop for over 10 years, so they're it's good to be hands-on.
Yeah.
So not only do I process the claims and got paid probably maybe over $50 million for the dealership, not only have I processed claims, but even to sell them, I know what policies to sell because of being a service advisor and a writer, and say, wait a minute, that company, they're not gonna cover that. So you have to be careful and get the right coverage for your unit, because you don't want to be stuck somewhere vacationing, your transmission goes out, and all of a sudden you realize that your policy doesn't cover your transmission. That's what really hurts us here as RV advisors, because we want to make sure that everybody is proper covered, and we want to make sure that you're covered on time. I can't tell you how many phone calls I get a day when there are consumers stuck on the side of the road needing roadside, tire or wheel, or an extended warranty because something went wrong with their hot water heater, and they are calling me when the problem occurs.
Yeah.
And that's why I encourage clients, go ahead, get the roadside, because you never know when you need it. So
I'm sure they come in all the time, and I'm sure you've got you can probably write a book on horror stories that you've heard.
sad, yes.
I can only.
But I'm impressed. I'm impressed with our roadside. I truly, truly am, because there's been a few roadside out there in the industry that I've worked with. I managed RV rental fleets, and we worked with different roadside. A lot of clients complaining, but I'm very, very impressed. With clients stuck, with 42-foot fifth wheels in the middle of New Mexico with a bunch of young girl riders, and they got a blowout. And luckily they had the roadside assistance. You get flustered when you get yourself in the situation. So what happens is, a lot of times the clients don't call the roadside that they purchased. They'll call RV Advisor. Say, hey, help me. I just got a blowout. No problem. You just bought our roadside. Let me give you your 1-800 number, your agreement number, which you get mailed out, your personal platinum membership card, which you should have on you all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And, that's the thing. You want to have coverage before it happens. And with such cost-effective rates, you could get tire and wheel for like $250 for 7 years. It's not about the price. It's not about the money. It's about getting the proper coverage and making sure you're covered. When clients, they'll walk into the dealerships I work at and say, well, I don't have extended warranty. I don't have roadside. And they have, whole family, kids, and a dually pulling the trailer. And that's what makes me nervous when you're out there with no coverage.
Yeah, I would think it would make you nervous. And you listen to everything that the RV Advisor does, and then you realize RV advocacy isn't just on every street corner. This is not something like a Starbucks or a McDonald's, right? I mean, it's not. There's not one at every turn. RV Advisor really is kind of breaking new ground and trailblazing, right?
Yes, we will be like Starbucks. There will be one on every corner, I'm sure. One day when we get to our 1 million members.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's a word. RV Advisor, clients, they don't know. Once when it gets around, like nobody knew what Trip Advisor was, now we do. Nobody knew what Home Advisor was, now we do. Nobody knows what RV Advisor is, but they will. And it's out there. It's out there. I can't keep up with the phone calls. I can't keep up with binding policies. We have experts across the country helping. I have somebody in Canada, in London, Ontario. So we're here. There's 24/7 live help. If they're not there at the, you could leave a message, but there is somebody always picking up the phone. And an expert will call you back if they're not available. So we are here. When you become a member, there's a form online. And it's just great with the clients that come in and ask a question. Hey, we had a question I seen that came in. Somebody asked, how often do I empty out my hot water tank?
Yeah.
Those are great questions. Before an expert could answer your questions, you have other clients all over the country and Canada saying, hey, you know what, man, I just did mine. You should do it twice a year. But, the maintenance proper is doing it once a year. But, the guy with the same Thor, they're talking. It's a community. It's a knit community that is just great. Oh, really? You emptied yours out in a year? Yeah. So they're blogging, they're talking. they're sharing experience, and that's what I love about RV Advisor.
If you had to say one thing to someone who, let's say, hasn't purchased an RV yet, they're very seriously considering buying an RV. They're newbies, you know. They've on the outside looking in. They say, "Oh wow, that looks like fun. I'd like to do that." But we know that there's a lot of things that we have to sort of know. We need knowledge before, just purchasing something blindly. What would you tell that prospective RV owner?
Well, if they're buying it from a dealer, then I would make sure that dealer is taking care of that certain client. So if they walk in, they want to know the unit's been prepped correctly, because if they're buying a new unit or a used unit, it's different. Every unit is different, from a trailer, motorhome, fifth wheel, pop-up. Every prep inspection on it is different. But when you're a brand new buyer walking into a dealership, it is a lot. And, for a salesperson to take that person and to show them and give them time on maintaining their unit after they buy it and make sure everything is working correctly. A lot of the first-time buyers don't know how to own. And this is where RV Advisor jumps in. We're here to help you. A lot of people, they buy a brand new coach, 2019. Next year, they're having a roof leak. Well, they never sealed it before. The dealership never told them after you buy a new coach, after 90 days, you need to seal and or inspect your roof and all four sides. And that guy, he didn't put a drip of caulking on it. Now he has a leak. Well, nobody told him about the maintenance. Nobody told him that's in his owner's manual, because they're just trying to sell the deal. So RV Advisor is to know on how to purchase before you purchase. Most of the time, we get people that purchase, and then we get their horror stories. Oh, I spent $14,000 on a bunch of upholstery, diamond shield, paint protection, things that they don't need. But as a first-time owner, oh, gosh, you could talk for hours to them, because just, besides being such a fun and adventurous experience and being on the open road and camping with your family, that's the best thing ever. But you have to be cautious. You have to be cautious on what you're buying, if it's good for you and your family, if it's accommodating for you guys. I say get a hold of the right salesperson that's going to take the time with you to go over the vehicle that you're purchasing. And if not, be an RV Advisor member, and we will advise you. You'd be surprised how much FaceTime, Skype, virtual imaging I do when a client could be in Iowa checking out a Class C RV, and they're on the phone with one of our experts, and we're noticing a crack on the roof. So you really have to, people get so excited on purchasing these RVs, which it is exciting, but you have to do your due diligence on, it's a recreational vehicle. It's a huge machine on wheels. It's going to be your home. It's going to be your vacation life. And, you want to be at a dealer, at a salesperson that's going to take the time with you to make sure that you understand everything. Not just sell you a coach and sell you $15,000 worth of policies you don't need. This is why RV Advisor is born, so we could inform the consumers before they buy.
Last question. What was it that got you into RV and the world of recreational vehicles?
Gosh, I love the RV world, the RVing. I started off doing the rentals, and just seeing the customers come back and just so relaxed and happy, and, just being out in the wilderness and just enjoying the camping life. I was like, wow, this is very exciting. And then, like I said, dealing with these machine on wheels, I feel like it's working at one of the big four, like, GM, Chrysler. I'm here in this RV industry that's, a huge industry, and I'm just blessed to be in this field and to help clients now that I'm, with the service and helping clients. It's really a joy. It is a joy, selling these policies, knowing that, John Hancock in Texas, I sold him a great coverage. He's going to be fine, includes roadside. I'm happy at the end of the day. I truly am. I know that the clients that I've sold the policies to, that I talk to, either they feel better or they feel insured or they feel covered. And, at the end of the day, that's what makes my job. And I wouldn't leave this industry for anything now. Getting more into it, getting more into the service and the way that they're building it and how to upkeep it and maintenance. I just want to share it with the world before something happens. This is why I want to be here before something happens. And if you have a blowout, I hope you have your tire and wheel. If you have, you lock your keys in your car, I hope you have the roadside. If your hot water heater fails or your transmission or your engine, I hope you have the proper coverage, because there's policies out there, great policies, that are willing to help and cover your repairs. And it's cost-effective for the client.
That's great. Well, our guest has been Christina Hurst. Of course, she's the operations manager and claims specialist for the RV Advisor. Christina, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you so much, sir. You enjoy your day.
This is the RV Advisor podcast. I'm Tom Alexander. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you next time.
You've been listening to the RV Advisor Podcast with Tom Alexander. This podcast is produced in association with Studio Alpha and Alexander Productions in Miami. Visit thervadvisor.com for more.